Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Monday Night. My name is Billy Floyd. I am with the Kitchen Killers. Now, normally we would not be streaming on this Monday. We take every other Monday off to make sure that we can balance, our life and stuff like that. Normally, we would be replaying last Monday's show, where it was an awesome sit down and a community conversation with Michelle Hess before she came on and crushed Navajo tacos this past Friday. However, this Saturday is kind of a big deal. So Kitchen Killaz was invited by Chef Erik Youngs to perform at Children's Gasparilla this Saturday in Tampa. It is one of the coolest events that happens in Tampa. It's been going on for a very, very long time. And in just a couple minutes, Chef Erik Youngs is going to be stopping by in his very busy schedule to share a little bit of time with us so we can chat a little bit about what Gasparilla is, how Voodoo Chef Foundation got involved, and then how Kitchen Killaz got involved with that. If you guys are not familiar with Gasparilla, there are two Gasparilla parades that happen in the beginning of the year every year in Tampa. There's the Children's Gasparilla Parade, and then there's the Adult Gasparilla Parade. We were fortunate a couple years ago to be invited to perform at both. I got to play with the Commodore at Children's Gasparilla, and then the following year I was invited to play Children's Gasparilla and Adult Gasparilla. This year we were invited back to play Children's Gasparilla, which happens this Saturday. So today I found it required to go live to chat a little bit about what Gasparilla is, to get Chef Erik Youngs involved as well during this awesome chat, and to introduce you guys a little bit about what Gasparilla, when Gasparilla, why Gasparilla, who Gasparilla, all the Gasparillas. So we're doing some cool stuff tonight, and I appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with us. For those of you that tuned into the show last Friday, thank you very much. It was an absolutely wonderful time. Michelle made some amazing Navajo tacos, and also she made a delicious dessert, a pineapple dump cake, which was out of this world. We were really fortunate to have our good friends Jules Polachek come by, and I got to hang out with Donna, his lovely wife, and Sarah, his daughter, came by as well to check out the show. We were really fortunate to have Jules sit down and even play a song with me in the kitchen, which was awesome to have such a renowned cellist jumping in and sitting down with me during this show on Friday, which was a lot of fun. So thank you to everybody that came out to support and came out to spend a little time. I hope you guys are having a good Monday. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Let us know how everything looks and sounds. We rely solely on the feedback from our viewer audience, which is you, to make sure we are bringing you the utmost of quality in regards to the audio and video of the show. We got some really cool stuff going on this year. We're very, very busy. Our January and February are completely booked out, and we're booking into March. We had a brand new cookbook come out in December, a brand new album come out in December as well. So we were really fortunate to be able to team up with Clovercroft Publishing, our good friend Dawn, to make sure that that all went nice and seamless and smooth. Even got to hang out with Chef Erik Youngs at a book signing at Barnes & Noble just a couple months ago, which was a lot of fun. Actually, last month. We are already in the middle of January. Already in the middle of January, and I hope you guys are looking forward to a fantastic 2025. And again, thank you guys so much for spending a little time with us tonight. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up real quick, and we're going to chat a little bit about it. A Gasparilla conversation with Chef Erik Youngs, the Voodoo Chef, joining us tonight, which I'm really, really excited that he is going to be hanging out with us for a little bit. We're going to chat a little bit about the seasonings, the sauces, what Gasparilla is, and how you can grow such a fantastic beard such as Chef Erik Youngs has. One of the best in the business. I think he is the reigning champion of Tampa Bay over the last 3 years. He's defending his title this year as well. He's got my vote. I'm really, really excited. He has a brand new website out called Top 10 Beard Tips by ChefErikYoungs.com, a brand new website we just came out with today. So by all means, you can check it out, and you can see this dapper individual create heart pulses in men and women around the world with such a beautiful and fantastic beard. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, no more ados, let's bring my good man on, Mr. and renowned king, if you will, Chef Erik Youngs. What up, Chef?
Dude, I enjoy just listening to the banter, and I'm sitting here going, what am I the champion of now? Because
the reigning beard champion of Tampa Bay for the last 4 years, man. I'm excited.
Well, if by reigning champion you mean reigning champion of gray, I think I have that one, dude.
Yeah, there's many different champions.
How you been, man? My BFF, Billy Floyd. Thanks for having me on tonight, man. I'm super stoked.
Dude, I'm excited to pop onto your show tomorrow and talk about it. Normally, we would be doing a replay tonight, but since Gasparilla is a big deal, man, and that happens this Saturday, so I figured let's go live a little bit and let's chat a little bit up to our community about what Gasparilla is, how you guys got involved, and then how KitchenKillaz got involved. So we had this really cool background up just because you look like a rock star in this picture. I love this picture.
Well, I'm sitting here, you threw that up so fast. It's like, I'm like, you called me up and you said, hey, let's just go ahead and do it. And I'm like, all right. next thing I know, I'm getting graphics and all kinds of stuff. You're a rock star, Billy Floyd.
I've been doing this for a day or two. I got a little bit of practice under my belt. I love the guitars, man. Looking good. Anything new you've added to the collection?
There's a new telly down there.
We love a new telly.
But truth be told, I got my eye on two right now. I'm looking at a Dean Flying V that just popped up at the local store. Not that I, need another V. But I also was checking out an Epiphone Explorer today. And I went down to check it out because they don't come through too often. And so I went down to check out the Explorer. Lo and behold, it had an Epiphone Firebird.
What?
And, yeah, bro. And I picked it up, and it's got the neck of an SG. And for me, that's a little too fat.
Gotcha.
So when I found the Explorer, I picked it up, and I was like, I just put it down, and I walked out of the store because I knew I wouldn't have taken it with me.
You're like, no.
Like the time I came to your house.
Yeah.
I was 3 blocks from my house, and I forgot my guitar. I could have turned around. I said, screw it. I'll just stop and buy a new one on the way.
Listen, any reason that we have to buy a guitar, we're going to do it, especially if it's for Logic. It's for science. We got to do it.
Right. So you've never been in Voodoo Studios. Let me see if I can do this. All right. So you ready? Let's see. Is this the camera team working?
No, that's not that camera.
Well, guess we ain't doing that.
Whatever camera you do have hooked up looks wonderful. It is beautiful. There you go. Little twist.
But you can't see it. There's like 7 basses hanging on that wall.
My goodness gracious.
We've got 4 acoustics hanging over there. And who knows, Billy Floyd?
Dude, I love it, man. I love it, dude. I love it. I know you and I can banter for quite some time, so I kind of wanted to chat a little bit about Gasparilla. And some of our viewers, they may not know what Gasparilla is. So I was wondering if you might be able to. Are you still trying to figure out your camera thing, man? It looks great.
I am, man. I am.
It looks great.
Working.
You should be able to go into settings, go into camera, and do a little drop down unless it's not being registered. Or if not, you can unplug it, plug it back in.
I'm just going to enjoy my Monster water, dude.
I was about to say, what is that? Looks like there's a guitar on the can. Is there a guitar in the can?
It's Monster Tour water. And, if you know me, I drink 3 things. First and foremost, coffee. I drink more coffee than anything.
Gotta get coffee.
Second, iced tea.
Love iced tea.
Unsweet, no sugar.
Unsweet.
And then
masochist.
I know we're talking about the children's parade, but the third thing that I drink most of, bourbon. And those are true statements. I fell in love with Monster water. I don't know if it's because it's in a can. I don't know what it is, but they are kind enough to supply me with water now.
Nice.
And so I drink about 3 or 4 of these a day.
Holy smokes. Hey, that's good. Got to hydrate, baby.
Right? Well, that's what the doctor said.
Yeah, you got to hydrate. I get it 100%, man. That's good. You got to stay healthy. We're like 90% water, 70% water. Let's get the difference.
I thought you were going to say water. 90 years old now, and we're getting close. Remember the gray?
No. Dude, you got good gray though, man. It looks fantastic. You got a lot of beard, dude. I can't do that. I don't have the genetic structure to grow like this part.
I can't do this anymore.
Then we're a dynamic duo of awesome hair, sir.
Damn straight.
Our children would be beautiful.
Dude, people are going to start getting those apps and posting them up. Don't do that. When I first grew this in, I used to go to a barber just to shave because, I get lazy and I'd go in and say, give me the 0. When I first grew this in, he goes, do you want me to clean it up? I'm like, I don't care. Sure. I go, it's all gray. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it. He goes, I wish I had my mature.
Oh, you're mature.
I'm like, what? And my barber has a big, beautiful, full beard, and it's all black, and he keeps it nice, and, he's got that beard oil in it and all that stuff.
Looks good.
And he's like, women love that mature.
It's
I
true.
wish I had mine. And I'm
Oh,
like, dude, buy some dye.
yeah, yeah. Well, they have what was it called a while ago? It's called Touch of Gray. I remember
Right.
seeing this a long time ago. Where it's like you still want to keep a little bit because it gives you that kind of like distinguished, gentlemanly flash of like wisdom and maturity.
Right.
I like how
I'm
he refers to
mature.
it as the mature.
I thought I was hip and cool learning some new lingo, my mature.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just call it old, but
Don't worry, fantastic bearded guy. You'll get yours. Enjoy the not mature. Enjoy that
right.
while you got it. Like, but it's that's good, man. Yeah, looks good here, Eric. I'm super stoked for Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Really looking forward to it. It's always been a wonderful event, and you bring up such a great team. It's for such a great cause, and you guys are really able to kind of like get the Voodoo Chef Foundation name out there and really touch a lot of people and inspire a lot of people. And I guess I kind of wanted to start because I know you've been a mover and a shaker over in the Tampa and Hillsborough area for a long time now. How did you get yourself involved with Gasparilla? How did that happen?
Well, I think we have to go back a little farther than just Gasparilla itself, Bill, to be honest.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, I always wanted to be a musician. You know that. Everybody should know that from the foolish stuff behind me. I always wanted to play in a rock and roll band. And while I was playing in a rock and roll band, I was working in the food service hospitality industry. So, working in the food service industry was allowing me to go, play, so to speak.
Sure.
And, as you grow and as you change and evolve, your wants and desires change, as did mine. And, eventually I left the band and I just started working full-time in industry, and that became my vocation. I became a chef. I grew up in industry, and I worked my way to be running one of the top restaurant kitchens in Tampa, and, became my vocation. And then lo and behold, I got a phone call asking me if I wanted to teach. And, that became my avocation. That became my heart and wanting to give back. And so as I started teaching, we started giving back more and more to the point we created a sauce and seasoning company, which we've all heard about, to where we would give some portion of the proceeds to the kids. And we did some really cool things in that culinary classroom, and it elevated what I did into the community to create awareness of who I am. And at a point, I got a phone call to help a group create some scoring rubrics for some competitions and events. And it just so happens that's the same group of people that put on Gasparilla. So through that meeting of just natural growth and, ready for this, synergistic and serendipitous involvement,
I like that.
we grew a relationship. And at some point, we created a Gasparilla crew to try and find a group of like-minded people to help us raise more money and do more things to help more kids. And that led to being in the parades. COVID came around, and our Gasparilla crew did not survive the pandemic. It just didn't. There was no way, especially being in the food service industry, and that's
Right.
who we supported. I know you did time in industry. The restaurant industry was decimated just across the board, and it's now changed forever.
Yeah.
But in that time frame, my sponsors said, we're not going to sponsor the crew anymore. That's okay. We're just going to transfer all our sponsorships to the foundation directly.
Oh.
So what we would sponsor through the crew to raise money for the foundation, all the sponsors just said, screw it, just send it all directly to the foundation. And so now the foundation has floats in both parades. And rather than getting our crew members out there in the children's parade, we will bring high school culinary students, middle school culinary students, elementary students who are just enjoy cooking. We'll bring chefs, culinary educators, current chefs in industry who are mentoring high school culinary kids. If you want to nominate somebody who does any of those things, you nominate them. And if we select them, they're on our parade that day. And that's where you're rocking up on top and just gonna kill it. And I'm super excited.
Yeah, man. I mean, this will be. I think this will be the third time that I've been able to participate in Children's Gasparilla, and it is always such a moving event. And a lot of people that are there for the parade, and I've never seen it from the perspective of a guest. I've only seen it from the perspective of part of the operations crew. But you and I know it starts the night before, it starts the weeks before, it starts months before. There's so much preparation. We're kind of in crunch time right now because Gasparilla is 6 days away, 5 days away. You know,
Right.
like. We're coming up close, and you got a pretty good crew. And I would say, because I think 2 years ago we stopped by on a Friday night and we watched the whole prep go down, getting the float prepped up, getting your team on site, getting everything squared away. So you guys are ready to rock and roll bright and early Saturday morning when it pulls up on the way, and we go out there and we start getting everything loaded and set up. And it's one of those things where it's a lot of prep time, and the parade itself is just such a beautiful event. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people are just out having a beautiful time. The weather is normally absolutely beautiful because it's not in the rainy times of Florida. You know, we have vendors everywhere, there's music everywhere, and I would say upwards of like 100 to 120 floats. How many do we have this year, do you know?
Well, I know for Children's Parade, we actually are putting 2 floats in this year, Billy Floyd. I don't know if you knew that. So 2 entries, not floats. So we're putting in the Voodoo Chef Foundation float, and we're number 48, and my second entry is number 49. And we're about the midway point. So for Children's Day, there's going to be about 100 floats. Now,
Wow.
Billy Floyd.
The glasses have come off.
For Gasparilla, the big boy party, which you've done. This will be your second Children's Parade. You've also done the big boy.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. I know, but I think
Yeah.
you've done the big boy, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 2 years ago. It was awesome, man.
So
That's when the news crew came onto our float and they came up to the upper deck. You know, we were rocking some serendipity.
Partying with Kurt Busch on the top deck.
Maybe.
There's a rumor.
rumor, allegedly.
There are no pictures. All right, there's pictures.
There's a couple pictures. It kind of looks like a maybe. A lot of people in the world.
So, in that parade, we're float number 109, and there's 130. So we'll be bringing up the rear. All I got to say is, I know we're talking about the kids' parade today.
Yeah.
No alcohol on that parade at all.
Yeah, no.
That's not necessarily the case on Gasparilla Pirate Fest. We won't cross the start of the parade for approximately 90 minutes.
After the parade starts.
After the parade starts.
Wow.
And I am just saddened to say, and I apologize to everybody for how intoxicated our group is going to be before the parade starts.
Well, that's why, everybody stays on the float. Nobody gets off the float once it starts moving. Especially you got Spider involved, and Spider don't play, man. You got a great crew.
If I can, you mentioned, I told this great story about everything I did to get to where we are. We have a lot of people that lift me up. I'm supported by some amazing people. We talked about the planning process. Yoli and I probably started 6 months ago with, just securing our floats, taking care of insurance, making sure that everything is lined up and ready for December. In December, we really start locking in our catering, locking in our volunteers, because we have a volunteer team of about 15 just to make it work.
Wow.
And then when we come back in January after the holidays and the New Year, Spider and I actually spent the day together yesterday, maybe or maybe not, at Tampa Bay Oyster Fest, celebrating a lot of different oysters, but mainly talking about our plan and how we were going to tackle the rest of the week to, get ready for the children. And then we turn right back around, and a week later we're in Gasparilla.
Yeah, man.
And for
back, brother.
For that, it's everybody has to be in something voodoo. So we submitted the T-shirt designs today, and those T-shirts should be back on time.
I know how that feels. I know that feeling right there.
Well, they either have to be in full chef outfit or a T-shirt that says Voodoo Chef. So
yep.
And so we've got Spider, we've got Yola, we've got Patrick, we've got Ed. On our float team, we've got Scott. Scott takes care of the bands upstairs and make sure they're all right. We got our sound guy and his assistant Keith and his wife, who set up all the sound system on the float. We've got two 18-inch subs. We've got 15s and 12s. We got a full concert set up on our float for the parade. And then, of course, we've got the drivers, the security offers, the caterers, all that to go into getting a float to travel down the road on the children's parade, 1.5 miles, and on the big boy parade, 6. And, it's the third largest parade in the nation. And it is, in my opinion, and many, the biggest and best party in the nation. So, and not to correct the genius BFF Billy Floyd.
Stop kidding.
Children's parade will have upwards of 300,000 to 400,000 people, and Gasparilla there'll be approximately 500,000 people on the street.
I mean, I remember a couple of years ago we got some of the statistics back, and from my understanding, since it's broadcast, and this is the big boy parade, since it's broadcast, the news network's broadcast, 4.1 million people were watching the parade from home, and there was upwards of 550 to 600,000 people that were there at the big parade. So you put that all together, you're looking at over 4.5 million people that were able to kind of watch and take part and enjoy the festivities. And it's so much that goes into Gasparilla. I mean, yes, the kids parade is only a mile and a half, but when you really think about it, all the vendors, all the people, the staff, the crew, all the paramedics, all the police officers that are there, the security specialists that are there. I mean, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of infrastructure just to make sure that this parade goes smoothly. And then all the individual crews and your team. I mean, you've had a solid team ever since I've known you. Big Eddie C, Spider, Patrick Arts. I mean, you've always had, and now you got Fleener, who it just seems like such a warm-hearted big teddy bear, bro. I love Fleener, man.
So Mitch and Fleener, they're kind of like our substitute teachers.
Gotcha. I love Mitch too. He's awesome.
When anybody, first of all, when Yoli's out at an event, and Yoli's kind of, you'll get this. Yoli's my bad guy.
Gotcha.
So Yoli, we did an event on Friday night, and I had a set time that I had to start doing my demonstrations. We were doing live cooking demonstrations, and the whole team's there. Patrick's setting up my food and my demos. Spider's getting all the technology so that we can get shots and videos, and Yoli's my bad guy. I say, Yoli, if I don't stop talking by 10 till, you have to come get me out of whatever I'm in. And so if I'm with somebody too long, or I gotta move on, she'll come up and go, "Hey chef, can I see you for a second?
I need to borrow you for a moment."
Right. And she plays the bad guy. And if you're watching this, don't feel bad if Yoli comes up and does that.
She's trying to keep things on time, baby. That's it.
And she does it amazingly well. Not to mention, she's the glue that keeps Spider where he needs to be, and Pat where he needs to be, Big Eddie C where he is. And if you watch her on the parade routes, she's always like throwing a bead, but she's also always orchestrating.
Gotcha.
Hey, go clean up that mess over there. Hey, go do this, and she does a phenomenal job. The whole team does.
Yeah,
the whole team does, and it's a great day.
You brought up something a second ago, and again, for those that are watching that aren't familiar with this, Gasparilla, even Kids Gasparilla, if you are watching the parade, you have the opportunity to catch some really cool swag. That a lot of the floats are throwing out. Sometimes you might get T-shirts, you might get beads, you might get some really really cool stuff, and that's a big part of being on that parade route, is getting to be so close to the parades, getting to hear all the music, see, because some of these parade floats are mind-blowing, dude. They're so incredible to see, and so much time and love goes into each one of those floats that if you have the opportunity to go to Kids Gasparilla, even Big Gasparilla, number one, make sure you prep safety, big time, and make sure you stay hydrated, big time, because it is cool It's not 110 degrees outside, but there are hundreds of thousands of people. So make sure that you
And
take
it's
care of yourself, you take care of your people, but also go there ready to party. Go there ready to have some great food, some good vendors, some good times, some delicious lemonades, non-alcoholic beverages for the kids, Gasparilla. But make sure you keep an eye out because you're going to have some really cool swag, perhaps headed your way as these floats travel down Bayshore.
I've gotten some cool stuff. I've gotten a Mike Evans bead set from the Buccaneers.
Awesome.
I have a Tom Brady bead from the Bucks. And it's, I mean, there's a stack of beads over there on the floor from, just the stuff that comes home around my neck. I take it off and set it around a guitar stand, and it just sits there. But it is really cool, and everybody wants the bead, and they want the coolest bead. Voodoo will be throwing green and black beads this year.
Nice.
So keep a lookout for us. We'll be throwing. I don't have my regular monster. I try to limit those. I'm getting old, dude. I'm getting old. Just so you know, I don't know if you're capable while we're here, but I sent you something to your Gmail.
Okay. Okay.
We're talking about that. This right here. I sent you something to your Gmail, and you said something that I want to touch on. Not to get corny and cheesy and all that, but what happened in New Orleans was just devastating.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time. We've seen it happen over in Europe. We've seen it happen other places. I'm going to tell you right now, the Gasparilla Parade is one of the safest events I've ever been to. And don't let that keep you from attending the parades. They do a great job. Other organizations come view how we do things to take back to how they do things.
Wow.
But still, with that said, man, if you see something, say something and say it quick. Don't think that you're overstepping or being like suspicious or if you see something that just doesn't feel right, say something because a lot could be avoided with that happening, and better to err on the side of caution. So
Absolutely, especially with that many people, with that many moving parts, and it's one of those things. And you're 100% right. Don't think that you're spoiling the vibe if you bring something up. Don't think that you're stepping out of bounds or you're in an area you're not supposed to be. Like I learned this a long time ago. It's safety first, last, and always. We all want to be able to have a good time. We all want to be able to have fun. We all want to be able to go home with great memories. And the reason we're able to do that is because we are focused so much on safety. Like you said, Yoli and Spider. He commands the ground. To see him walk around that float, he is as big of a teddy bear as he is a protector. And it's one of those big things that once that float starts moving, you're either on the float or you're off the float, and that's it. Nobody's you got to make your decisions. You're not jumping back and forth. You're not doing stuff like that. Once you're on, you're on, and once you're off, that's it. You're off. We don't even want to take the chance of anybody getting hurt because God forbid anything happens to one float and it has to stop. There's 100 floats behind you that have to stop. And that's going to put.
We were stopped for 45 minutes last year. It was, I feel bad for whatever happened in front of us,
right?
But it's god awful to stop. But I'm also talking about out in the crowd.
Yeah.
If you're someone out in the crowd, if you're watching from the fan base from either side of the bay shore, be vigilant and don't be afraid to walk up and tap somebody on the shoulder and say, "Hey, this doesn't feel right."
Yeah, there's going to be security and uniformed officers everywhere. You can't turn around and not see security and uniformed officers. There's going to be EMTs, there's going to be firefighters, there are going to be paramedics, there are going to be a lot of volunteers just around to be able to help and make sure that something of this size goes off without a hitch, and to make sure everybody genuinely has a good time because we all want to come back next year and do it. We all want to come back a week after this one and do the big parade. And the way we do that, like you were saying, my man, is just staying vigilant. I did want to bring up this picture because it's fantastic. And let's go ahead and talk about this guy real quick. Who is that guy?
So this is 1992, Eric, back when I played in a band. And I wanted to show you that, we did carry those lovely locks back in the day.
Dude, I like the little strip on the chin, looking good. Got the shades, bro.
Yeah. So this is back when we were, you could see it right there. That's my little frame of split image right there, and you
Gotcha.
can see our albums. We put out 2 albums, but what's really cool, Billy Floyd, our singer, we split up, and there's a lot of songs we never recorded,
Sure.
and he wanted to get back together and record those songs, but time just wouldn't allow it to happen. So he got some hired guns and recorded the songs that we never got to finish and put out a brand new split image album about 8 months ago.
Nice.
It's called Phoenix. We got the tapes for Strawberry Jam. He remastered them digitally, and he recorded the songs we didn't get to record. And you ready for this, Billy Floyd? We're signed to a distribution deal with a company in Japan. So, here I am, 20 years old, Erik. All I ever want to do is get signed.
You got it.
54-year-old Erik can say, hey, my band signed. My music is being distributed by a company in Japan.
That's right. It takes a little time, baby. You can't give up on a dream, and it happened.
Perseverance, bro. Perseverance.
That's it.
Big shout out to my boy Jay for making that happen. It's really cool.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that, man. You helped Erik achieve a lifelong goal. That's super freaking awesome, man. Super freaking awesome. Uh-oh.
Check it out at splitimage.live. And Dele, what's going on? It's nice to see you hanging out over here, Billy's.
She's a troublemaker. Of course, we got Junior Rodriguez in the house saying, I love the picture, Erik. Uh-oh. Here they all come. My man Nathan Druin pops in. The KK and Voodoo is how I met all you linked to Johnny B. My man Johnny B,
we hope
baby.
To see you out on the parade, man.
Oh yeah, dude, it's going to be a good time, Erik. I'm really looking forward to it, man. It's so much fun. It's really great, and I like one of my favorite parts about something like this is watching a team come together and operate so smoothly, and watching them work as a unit and put on an event like this, just in regards to our float, just the logistics that go into it. There's so much planning, there's so much prep, but on the day of the float, it is game time. Everybody's got their game faces on. I mean, we are focused, we are working hard. Ultimately, everybody's just having such a good time.
It's funny. One of our, Scott, who runs the top deck during the Gasparilla parade, the big boy parade, he says, my whole family wants to volunteer for the kids parade. I'm like, dude, just come to the kids parade. Just bring your whole family to the kids parade. Just bring them. He goes, well, I want to bring my girl and her 2 kids. I'm like, okay.
All right.
He goes, we all volunteer. I go, dude, we all volunteer. Yeah. And that's the beauty of
yeah.
No matter what event we're at, even our guests, everybody pitches in to make it happen. So we talk about our amazing team, but we got to talk about our amazing people who believe the same thing we believe and want to support it, because everybody just gets together to make it happen. Everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, Flea?
I would say there's Mr. Sean Fleener, baby. Those are 2 good-looking guys. That's right. That's right. Is Fleener going to be joining us on the parade route this Saturday?
No, his boy wants to be out in the crowd with Gen Pop.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's totally cool, man. As long as I get to shake Fleener's hand, that's all. I don't get much Fleener time, so I try to get as much as I can. I was thankful I got to sit next to him at the barbecue event that we had just a couple months ago, which was super freaking awesome, man. That's always a good time. We always have some great food. It was really cool to sit next to Fleener and catch up and see how he's doing, and it was cool. It's cool because this is like my 3rd or 4th year doing it, and it's nice. The first year I got there, I only knew you, which was good because I was like, cool, and I'm pretty good at meeting people.
Because I brought Spider to your house one time.
Oh yeah, he cooked in the kitchen,
right.
And Spider's at work. When I get to a place like that, so I try not to borrow too much of Spider's time. But it was nice because the second year, I met Dane. I met Dane and Sarah and Josh, which is awesome. They've become good friends of mine. So going back this year, man, I knew a whole collection of people, and like you said, it's all volunteers. We're all just going there because we have a unified belief, a unified vision. We're there to enjoy each other. We're there to contribute and try to help out. Now, when we did the barbecue event, how much money did that raise that we had all put together? So
for the barbecue event, we are not raising money for Voodoo Chef Foundation. Let's just be clear. We're raising money for NEFCure. And that's, when you're in a foundation and you know what it's like, we work hard to raise the funds we do. I've been fortunate enough to get to work with other foundations the group that puts on the pig jig to raise money for NephCure, they needed to kind of create a better system for their judging. And much like I did when I first started with the event companies in town, we put together a system to judge their competition. I am certified KCBS. I am certified Florida Barbecue Association. I am certified exec chef nowadays. Just want to throw that out there.
Congratulations.
Different story, different day. I love to tell it. Well, I did it at 54. Most guys are doing it when they're coming out of school and young bloods. The only reason I did it is because one of my former students wanted to do it at the same time.
Right. I was about to say, I remember you telling me one of your guys had motivated you.
Well, he wouldn't do it unless I did it with him, and I'll never say no to my students. He said, I started with you. I want to do this with you.
Wow.
And it was real cool. But I call pig jig, it's work. At the end of the day, we get together and we have to set a tent, and we have strict standards, and everybody's on point, same as any other event. Right. But if you've ever been to a voodoo event, we're drinking, we're smoking cigars, we're having a great time.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, I believe in work hard, play hard, be humble. And I think we do all three very well. So Pig Jig raised over $1 million the past 2 years at the event. So $1 million, $1 million.
Wow.
And yeah, I think two, maybe 3 years ago is when they broke the $1 million mark, and they've been doing it ever since.
I will say, and now NephCure is an organization battling a rare kidney disease. Is that accurate?
Correct. And they're Pig Jig was just a bunch of guys who were cooking barbecue in the backyard one day, and then one of their buddies is like, dude, I got this rare kidney disease. And they said, well, fuck, let's turn this into a fundraiser. Yeah. And they did one of those T-shirts where you pay to have your name on it, like
little sponsorship thing,
like a little league baseball team would do a fundraiser. Thinking
absolutely. I remember that. We had like the book, and you can go around and try to get businesses to buy a little space in the book or put it on the shirt.
We're going to help you pay for your medical bills, because they had no clue.
Yeah.
And then here it is. It's an uncurable disease, and the medical bills are astronomical. And they did it. Now it's this huge event. 10,000 people in the park hanging out.
And the musical artists that Pig Jig brings in, second to none, man. I mean, second to none. They crush it.
My favorite was Hootie. Even though it wasn't Hootie, it was Darius. But they told me I wasn't allowed to call him Hootie, so I've been calling him Hootie ever since.
Of course. You'll always be Hootie to me, Darius Rucker. You'll always be Hootie to me.
Me too, bro. Me too. Because that's when I grew up. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Wagon Wheel, but
yeah. Oh, dude, Wagon Wheel's a great song, but also still Hootie, baby. Still Hootie. Yep. Yeah, I mean, and Voodoo Chef Foundation has been involved in so many different types of fundraising organizations for such a long time, and it takes a while to be able to nurture and build those relationships, to be able to be such a impact for the local community. And your local community is growing, Chef Erik. I mean, it's getting bigger and bigger. Voodoo Chef Foundation has a lot of different things that it offers. Not only do you guys participate in all these foundations, but you also have the seasonings. You have all the different things that you sell on the website, and a portion of all of that, goes to proceeds, and goes, from my understanding, especially in regards to the seasoning, goes to helping the culinary arts and helping students and helping pay for their scholarships and paying for their education to keep the culinary world growing. Because when you guys walk into a beautiful restaurant, there is years and years and years and years of experience and education in that kitchen to make sure that you guys are getting something delicious. And that comes with a lot of education, and that is very expensive.
Bill, you made a great point and brought up some cool stuff. And we do provide scholarship. But what a lot of people don't see that we also provide is some of these skills and traits that aren't being given. You might call them 21st skills. You can call them whatever you want. From simple things of, time management, stress management, knowing having interpersonal skills, just the fact coming to the parade to see these people come on our float, not interact with each other. And then by the end of the parade, they're all interacting and communicating. And more importantly, we're highlighting them and letting them know what it feels like to be on a stage, to have people look at you and say, it's okay for you to be up there and to be recognized, and to be recognized for what you want to do. And then you take that, you combine it with Voodoo Underground, which was just really me sitting in a room going, man, let's just get all these people together and cook. Kind of like me and my buddies do when we want to just showcase food. So we got all the high school kids together and we put together a cooking competition for them, which has now led into being a television series. We're filming Voodoo Underground 3 in February. We have 8 schools coming in. You can watch it on RHS TV. So if you go to RHS TV, you can watch Voodoo Underground Season 1. You can watch Season 2. And it's just really cool. We're getting ready to film Season 3. We added a baking competition that we filmed. They just sent me episode 1. Episode 1 just got finished editing. I have to go in and watch it tonight and make my edits and critiques and do my overdubs and send it back. But again, these little things where, we can bring them in and have them cook. That's great. But we bring them in, we have them cook, and we put the pressure of some idiot getting in front of them and going, hey, what are you making? Why? Why are you doing that? That would be me. And then we put cameras on them all. And we have cameras in the facility filming them. And we transform into a television studio, the kitchen. And then we send their food immediately to judges and immediately come back and give them feedback and critique and tell them whether they won or lost. And if they win, they get to move on. And if they lost, maybe we'll see you next year, but probably not because you're a senior. And, to do those things and give them that belief that they can, to create their Friday Night Lights, if you will.
Yes.
We don't have football. We're not the football team. We're not the wrestling team. I saw something the other day. Am I allowed to cuss on this one?
You've already done it, so you're fine.
Fuck you, Chamberlain Legacy Alliance. Chamberlain Legacy Alliance is my home. I went to Chamberlain. Oh, I didn't go there. I taught there for 15 years. I opened that culinary program, and I created the only model culinary academy in the nation. Fuck you, Chamberlain High School, for praising the football team for going to watch the cheerleaders' performance. Fuck you. Praise the cheerleaders for putting on a goddamn performance and highlight them. Fuck the football team. Fuck them. I said it. I don't give a shit. Highlight all your programs for who they are, not because the football team's supporting them. It gets me twisted, dude.
Well, one of the things I love about you, Eric, is you wear your heart on your sleeve, brother, and you call it how it is, man. And that's mad respect, dude.
Well, it's a blessing and a curse, I guess. I was telling somebody, I said, I used to have my Voodoo Magic on a pork belly on a menu. And so they used Voodoo Magic on the belly, and they called it out Voodoo Chef Magic on our belly. And I went to the restaurant to have it one day. And it was a Voodoo belly, smoked, seared, Voodoo Magic, served with watermelon salad. And I'm eating it, and I eat dinner, and the chef goes, so what'd you think? I go, it's really good, but why the fuck didn't you press your belly? He goes, what? I go, everybody knows when your belly comes out of the smoke or out of the braise, you put it between 2 sheet pans and you press it so that it's consistent in size and not all wonky like a fat bitch on the beach. And he's like, what? And I said, why didn't you press your belly? Needless to say, I was off the menu in a week.
Like you said, blessing and curse.
Right? Sometimes you got to hold your tongue, bro.
Trust me, I'm still trying to learn that one. I'm still trying to learn that one. There's been a couple times where I've walked away from a situation and not said anything and been like, good job, Floyd. That's what you needed to do. No problem. Then sometimes I walk away and I go, probably shouldn't have said that. And then sometimes I walk away and I go, you know what? It needed to be said. It needed to be said. Somebody needed to say it, and it's okay. No problem. And hopefully it will inspire change. And apparently the change was you weren't on the menu anymore.
And I'm okay with that.
And that's okay because it wasn't pressed anyway. What the heck, man?
Right?
I don't want to be associated with this lackluster crap here. What's going on here?
Cleaners get me in trouble.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Cleaner, mad props for that quote above, and I got to tell you,
I wanted to put that up too.
I'm living someone else's life because I got people like you who come out and support us, and I feel blessed to get to hang out with you, buddy.
Yeah, man, dude, 100%. And Fleener is just such a cool guy, man. He's got such a big heart, such a big smile. His energy is just so amazing. It's very magnetic. You know,
And he
he's
looks
just
like
such a
Tom
happy,
Brady.
happy guy. You know, I wanted to bring this up as well because I found it. And I like finding stuff. This is Voodoo Chef Underground Challenge 2024, baby, RHS TV. And if you guys come over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab this link, I'm gonna pop it over into the chat real fast. And I most certainly implore you guys to pop over here and check this out, because as you scroll down, you start to see all the videos that are here. Voodoo Chef Challenge 2024, preliminary round 1, and as it keeps going and going and going, I mean, and this is some high quality stuff. You can tell what you're using, the hardware that you're using, the gear that you're using. Everything is just top notch. I mean, you can tell, me just looking at this specifically, looking at the colors, looking at the clarity. Like, this is the real deal, man, and this looks really, really awesome, Eric. This is beautiful, dude. Mad props to you, brother.
Thanks, man. And you know, the beauty of RHS TV, beauty and curse. We work to deal with RHS TV for them to stream the podcast live. So every Tuesday we go the podcast live on Facebook, on YouTube, and we work to deal with RHS TV to also go live on RHS TV. I think it lasted 2, maybe 3 weeks, and they said, "Okay, we're going to move you to replay on Wednesday nights at 11 p.m." I'm like, "Is that because we drink and swear too much?" And they said, maybe.
Maybe.
I think we have since been moved to Sunday morning at like 3 a.m. So that's when you can catch the replay. But all of our VOD lives on
the Sabbath. TV. It's on the Sabbath. It's 6 hours before Mass. So, you know, you can sin all you want, then go to Mass and ask for forgiveness.
That's it, man. Because, you know, no, they're super cool. You know, they track the demographics. They hit us in the audience when the audience is hitting. We're hitting over 350,000 homes, and we're getting a 98% view through rate. And if you don't know what that means, it means 98% of the people that start our show watch it all the way through.
That's huge, dude.
And that is a huge win. And I thank everybody for checking us out and watching us, because that allows us to keep being the idiots that we are. But we're idiots that are trying to impact the community and make a difference. And
you're idiots that are impacting the community and making a difference.
And we can't do it without everybody out there. So don't, you know, and I'm going to tell you this, don't just come watch us, and don't just watch Billy's show now. If you're on Billy's show now, whether you're on whatever platform, just hit share. Share it out so all your buddies know where you're at right now, so that they can come back and enjoy it themselves as well. It's great to have you here, but let's get more people here so we can impact and hang out with more people. It makes it way more fun.
It does. It's a lot of fun, and I think one of the cool things about it is there's so many good shows out. There's so much noise out, and it's interesting because with what we're able to buy these days, we have studios in our homes. We have top-notch podcast equipment just readily available that is one-day delivery from Amazon. And one of the cool things about that is it gives everybody the ability to have a voice and be able to share whatever they're passionate about. Whether I agree with it or not, I love the passion. And it really is very, very cool. And Eric, like you said, when we get more people involved, get more friends and family involved, the community starts to grow. And one of the best parts about joining you guys during Gasparilla is, just like you said, when everybody first gets on the float and they may not know each other, they kind of hang out with the people they know. They kind of stay a little bit quiet. But by the end of the float, man, you walk on there and there's how many people are on the float during Children's Gasparilla? How many people do we have?
So with both units, we'll have about 80 people.
Gotcha.
And then for Gasparilla, we'll have a hard 80 people by itself.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And one of the things is, like, you can step on that parade float and there's 39 strangers, and by the time the parade is over, you've got 39 friends. And like, everybody is so cool, it's so warming, it's so enjoyable, and there's so many people there, and it's just such a fun time. It really is one of those opportunities where you can kind of set all of your I need to get this done. I need to be this responsibility, this to-do list, and just enjoy yourself, enjoy the presence of each other, and understand that everybody standing there watching these floats go by, they are giving you so much love and so much energy and so much applause and so much cheer just because they're celebrating the entire parade, the entire point of it, and it's just a great day to get together and to make friends, to enjoy the moment, to enjoy the music, and ultimately just to kind of bond with each other and be there and enjoy it with each other, so you leave that day with some lasting memories.
Right. Come take 4 hours out and do something positive for yourself and the community.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Eric, thank you so much for joining me tonight, dude. It was awesome to have you, brother.
We got some more. Hey, check out my man Spider.
Hold on. Let me solo that out. There you go.
He makes
What is that?
This is one of the candles he makes at Galley Scents.
Stop it.
And this is the 5 food groups. This has butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon in it, and it smells amazing. This is the Voodoo Chef 5 food group candle. You get that from Galley Scents. He has, I'm going to tell you, as much as I love the candle that's got my brand on it, his pound cake candle is like insane. The lemon pound cake.
Got it. GalleyScents.com. Here we go. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, there it is. I'm going to just go ahead and share this tab real quick. Let me make sure I bring this up. Look at this logo, bro. This is awesome. Is this right?
That's it.
That's it right there, baby.
They're all hand poured. The Voodoo Chef 5 food groups candle is on back order, but I'm going to tell you that lemon pound cake is in.
Bro, apple bourbon, blueberry cheesecake, cafe con. Oh, you got me with the cafe con leche. The coquito, stop it.
Right,
dude. Here's the 5 food groups right here. No way, right. Bro. Look at that. That's incredible.
And
butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon.
The only place to get him is on the website, and he does very limited events. Most of them are voodoo events right now. And we've got the Children's Parade coming up. We've got Gasparilla Parade coming up. On February 2nd, we have a brand new event, Billy Floyd. We have been named the benefactor of a local poker tournament, the Steve Pena Memorial Poker Tournament. A bunch of great guys who just support the community. It went from one group to another group to another group, and a lot of them are restaurateurs. And so now it's fallen on the lap of the Voodoo Chef Foundation. Our job is to elevate it, make it even better, help them memorialize their friend while we're raising money to keep impacting the community. That's right here in Tampa. Voodoo Chef just announced, I don't know if you heard or not, we have a Voodoo Chef Barrel Select Bourbon from Blue Note. One night, you were there the night.
Oh, yeah, our buddy Mark.
Yeah, so the night that you came over to help us play music in Tampa Palms, Spider and I disappeared for about 30 minutes. We may or may not have been in the parking lot, and I said, I taste them, you taste them. We don't tell each other which one. And I went through them all, and I said, I want this one. And he goes, I picked the same one. And so, so I'm like, awesome. So we have the Voodoo Chef Barrel Select Bourbon coming out. That'll be at events. If you're at an event and you're drinking Blue Note, it will be Voodoo Chef Barrel Select Bourbon. You will be able to make a donation and possibly take one of those home. And Billy Floyd, most importantly, you're on the Voodoo Chef podcast tomorrow night.
I'm so excited, dude. That's going to be a great time, man. I always love joining you guys.
And we changed our format up a little bit. So I changed it up so that when you're on tomorrow night, you're actually going to be part of our top 3.
Okay.
And special guest joining us, because Patrick's going to be late, for the top 3 tomorrow. The guitar player from Split Image is going to join us, Chemo Gray.
Nice.
And we are going to do top 3 guitar players. Now, don't get excited. We have a new format. So think about who in your mind may or may not be, but just know it's a little different than we've done it in the past. So we'll get to it.
I got 2 on my mind right now, man.
Me and you,
me and you, baby.
Should I bring a guitar, Billy Floyd? I don't know.
You know it. Always.
I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up in the poop deck. I don't know if they're going to allow me.
Oh man,
that's okay.
You're kind of a big deal, Eric. So if it's something that especially with that beard, bro, you can. That's a ticket to a lot of fantastic places right there. But that's a dude. I'm checking out this galley sense, man. I mean, this is awesome. This is great, and I really like all the imagery is super cool. So I'm gonna grab that as well. There's one more website that I did want to share real quick. I want to bring this one up and chat a little bit about Voodoo Chef Foundation and how can people get involved? How can they contribute? How can they be a part of the team?
Well, the fast and easy way, and I know it's one thing when you give your heart and your time, that's amazing. But I know a lot of people can't do that. If you want to just click that donate button, it takes you right to the Voodoo Chef Foundation PayPal, and it's real simple. You can donate, and that allows us to do many different things. As it takes dollars and cents to do what we do, and we'd love you to contribute. If you can't contribute that way, our volunteer link is not up. But you can very easily just email voodoochef13@outlook.com, and you can say that you want to volunteer at our events. And we're always looking for volunteers. We have a private Facebook group for volunteers as well called Voodoo Volunteers. You will be vetted, so don't think you're just going to go there and hey, I get to hang out in the private group, because if you don't volunteer at an event, we will throw your ass out. We don't have time for that. This is where we hang out. This is where we play. Here on Billy's show, on the podcast every Tuesday night. We take it real serious what we do. If you want to be part, we'd love to have you be part of our team. But like Billy says, we work hard, we play hard, and we're very humble. But when it comes to our events, it's 100% game on serious. So
it is.
With that said, Billy Floyd, I'm going to throw a softball up in the air. It's yours if you want to hit it or not.
Of course I'm going to hit it.
I don't have a guitar tech for the big boy parade.
Dude, you got one now.
Dish is done.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. That's excellent. That's excellent. Who's going to be rocking the poop deck, dude?
So we got a band called the Hit Kickers coming in from Birmingham, Alabama.
Nice.
They are a 6-piece and 2 lead singers, 2 guitar players, bass and drum.
Nice.
And they were on the podcast last week, and we had some checking in from one place and some from another. One of the guitar players sitting there holding an AK the entire time, and I'm just like,
oh my God.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
what?
I think RHS TV may have finally dropped us.
They're like, listen, we got the cigars, we got the bourbon, we got the swearing. That guy has an AK. What are we doing here? You're already at 3 a.m. on Sunday, bro.
Right? There's no place else to go.
There's nowhere to go.
I think we're going back to the
oh man, they're gonna put you like what is the last day of February in 2025?
We're back on MySpace, right?
Yeah, back on MySpace, bro. That's so funny. So it looks like they're moving you to February 29th of this year is when you're actually going to be broadcast. So you'll be up and running February 29th, no problem. Unfettered access. You guys can stream as much as you want.
Hey, we can't do what we do without all our family and friends. Please check out Blue Note Bourbon, Tequila 512, Murmur Rum, Tito's, Monster Energy, Coca-Cola. I know I'm going to forget a ton of people. Alessi Bakery, Fat Rabbit Pub. Dude,
how did the burger do over at Fat Rabbit? It was on the menu. Is it still on the menu?
We have not got an update. We won't get it until after Gasparilla.
That was so good, bro.
I will tell you right now, if you heard, we are now naming Fat Rabbit as a partner. Fat Rabbit didn't only put the burger on the menu, they're also now the official food of Gasparilla for the Voodoo Chef.
Stop.
So we will have an entire spread by Fat Rabbit at Gasparilla. And I can't believe I forgot this year, Voodoo Chef at Gasparilla, tailored by Tweeds. My entire outfit is, except for my T-shirt. Y'all know I wear a black T-shirt every day of my life. My entire outfit is made by Tweeds, custom made, and
black T-shirts, bro. That's literally all I wear.
Every day. I threw one away today, and my wife goes, "Thank God." And I'm like, "What?"
What?
And he goes, "It's one less. It's one less. It's like that Parvo commercial. One less."
Yeah. Eric, you've had this shirt for 15 years, dude. Get rid of it. What are you doing? You have 100 other shirts, man. That's fine, dude. There's always space in my closet for one more black T-shirt.
Always. Especially if it says like Cigar City or Motley Crue.
There you go, dude. And again, what time can everybody catch the show tomorrow night?
We're on at 8:00 live. You know what's funny? The comments come up and I reach over to post them. I reach over to go click.
Yeah, Fleener killing it. Since Peter won't do the parade, I'm taking his college fund to go get food at Fast Rapid. That's called responsible parenting right there, Sean Fleener. Yep. I'm just going to throw it out there, man. That's responsible parenting right there. You got to educate the youth to understand the mistakes they make today and how it impacts their tomorrow.
True statement. And my last plug, I promise, voodoochef.live. It has all of my live appearances where I'm going to be. Not that I'm anybody. It's going to go to a blank page right now, Billy Floyd.
It is.
Voodoo Chef Live will take you to my next event where I'll be. And what I mean by that is live cooking demonstrations. So we just had one Friday night. We had a sold-out crowd at the Epicurean. It was a great night. We did a bourbon tasting.
Nice.
We're going back to the Epicurean on 5/2, and we're doing a full Cinco de Mayo. And I am actually making something that I made the very first time at Billy Floyd's house.
Oh.
Remember the tostada with the egg yolk on top?
Hell yeah.
So we are making that for course number 2 at the Epicurean, finished with, you're going to start with a pomboso, which is a street sandwich that you would get in Mexico City. Of course, Cinco de Mayo. Come on. It's with a michelada. Second course is a personal tlayuda, which is like totally contradictory because the tlayuda is meant to share. We're giving everybody their own.
Okay.
Hey, you do you, right? I'm
That's
doing
right.
me.
That's right.
That's going to come with a Oaxaca, and that's Oaxacan street food. That's going to come with a Oaxacan old fashioned, and then we're going to finish the night with pollo voodoo. And I have taken the dish that I made for my certified chef exam, and I totally fucking choloed it out. It is 100% Mexican. We're going to do polenta in the vein of street corn. We're going to do a chicken roulade stuffed with chiles and cheese, and it's going to have fried hominy on it. And that is served with the voodoo margarita, which if you've never had my personal margarita, you're missing out. Because if you know what that means, it's pretty much just a glass full of tequila.
Yeah. Little salt.
a teaspoon of agave, half a lime.
There you go.
Half a lime, 4 ounces of 512. Shake it until it starts to frost. My man taught me that.
That's right.
Pour it over a clean glass. Top it with 2 ounces of Grand Marnier.
Oh, dude, I love a floater. I love a grandma floater, bro. One of my favorite ways to have a margarita, whether it's frozen, whether it's blended, whether it's on the rocks, is a little floater grandma.
The only way. And
That's
when we say little floater, we're talking 2 ounces. Bill.
Yeah, I was about to say probably 2 ounces.
I made it on the Jeff Philbin show, and he's like, dude, what are you doing?
It's an 8-ounce drink with 6 ounces of liquor.
More than that. It's got 6 ounces of liquor. The only other liquid is a half ounce of lime.
That's it.
Squeeze of lime.
Just a squeeze.
And a teaspoon of agave.
And you got some ice in there.
Time release water.
Time release water. That's it.
Yeah. No simple syrup. None of that garbage. It's all natural.
Nah, that's filler. We don't need that stuff. We go for the gold.
We need to change it to be called the Sum 41. All killer, no filler.
That's right.
One of the best albums ever.
I love it, E. Anything else you want to share with us, my man? Like
I better see everybody tomorrow night. Share out this tonight so everybody sees it. Reed Fleener right there.
Dude, I'm going to put that up real quick. Dude, he had me messed up that margarita at the Epicurean before the food even started. And ladies and gentlemen, Fleener, he's not 5'3". You know, he's
built
big
just
dude.
like Brock Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
from WWE. Check him out. They're exactly the same. He's Braun Breaker's stunt double.
He's a big dude, man. Sean Fleener's a big dude. So if you're getting him messed up on some margaritas, that probably packed a pretty big punch.
He had one.
Is Sean Fleener a lightweight? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it's just that strong, bro.
He's like, he's not a lightweight at all, but he was messed up. One drink.
And Fleener, I'm still mad at you for picking up the tab that night. We all went out. That's not cool. Don't do that.
Uh-oh.
Don't do that. That's
cool.
Fleener.
I see. That's what we were talking about. Fleener got a big heart, man, but also Eric's going to come after you, dog.
Dude, we were at UFC, and I swear to God, I fell asleep while we're waiting on the thing. And I fucking come back, and I'm like, because I'm old, dude. The fight comes on at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Fleener's not even sticking around for the last fight. He's like, all right, I'm going to go. And then I asked the server for the bill, and she goes, oh, he paid it. I'm like, you motherfucker.
You son of a... Nothing but love, Fleener. Nothing but love.
Nothing but love, man.
You're all right, baby. Well, Eric, I'm excited to see you tomorrow night, man. I'm super stoked for Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm totally down to Guitar Tech as well. So it's awesome. I love being that part of the team. I've always enjoyed being a part of the support maintenance operations crew. So as you know, anything I can do to help, man, we're down. The float's going to be full of incredible volunteers. I'm really excited to see the camaraderie and the friends and just that awesome energy, that absolute party like a rock star, party like a monster that's going to be happening over the next couple of weekends. And again, Children's Gasparilla is a dry parade that is specifically focused on the kids, focused on the children, focused on family.
Up and down the parade route too, not just on our float. That's the entire parade route.
Yeah, the entire parade route is dry. Now a week later, that's a little bit of a different story. Just a little tiny bit of a different story.
And Billy, you said the biggest thing, the word friend, and that's what we all are. And much love for that, man.
You got it, my man. Anything else you want to share with me?
Peace and love, man.
All right, baby doll. I'm going to pop up this media thing real quick because just look how dapper that guy is. Look how sexy that guy is. That's that guy right there that you're looking on that picture. Fantastic, and we just got to talk to him in real life. This is a rock star, man. Chef Erik Youngs has been giving his heart, his soul, his time, and his love to an incredible community for such a long time. KitchenKillaz is blessed and honored to be a part of all of the events that we've been a part of. One of my first events I did with him was a Voodoo Valentine's, which was so much fun. That's where I got to meet my friend Nathan. We've been a part of the Pig Jig for a couple of years. We've been a part of several of the Gasparilla parades, and Chef has even been here with his team as well, cooking on the KitchenKillaz show. So a huge shout out to Chef Erik Youngs for joining us tonight. Really excited about tomorrow night's show. Make sure you check it out at 8 o'clock. You can probably tune in and learn a little bit more about Children's Gasparilla coming up this Saturday, and then 1 week later is Big Gasparilla. And like Chef Erik says, check out all the links that we put up there at the Voodoo Chef Foundation. Make sure you go and you check out gallysense.com as well. Go over to rhstv.com and check out Voodoo Chef Underground Challenge 2024. Look at some of those videos, see what's going on, and if you want to, and again, if you're not able to, at least you can share the website. It's a big part of just being able to get the information out there and share it with people. Voodoo Chef Foundation, always up and running, a big part of the community. The way we can impact the community is together. So thank you guys for being such a great part of the show tonight. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys soon. You guys stay out of trouble. Sean Fleener, good to see you, baby. Everybody in the house, we have some incredible viewers from Twitch to YouTube to Facebook. I really appreciate everybody sharing some time with us tonight. I hope you guys stay out of trouble, peace, love, and above all that other good stuff. Lots of happiness. And again, a huge shout out to Chef Erik for joining us tonight. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Be safe.